Ever feel like your internal battery is constantly running low, leaving you mentally and physically drained? What if I told you the secret to lasting energy isn't just about what you eat, but how your cells turn that food into energy? Today, we're diving deep into the very core of your energy systems to explore the incredible citric acid cycle, also known as a Krebs cycle. Knowledge fuels change, so let's look at how your mitochondria turn food into ATP energy. It's called the citric acid cycle because it's a never-ending cycle that starts and ends with citric acid. As each wheel in the cycle spins, they make adenosine triphosphate, or ATP molecules, which are full of chemical energy like having millions of microscopic batteries powering your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells. Most of these wheels are spinning great. But look, there's something wrong with this wheel. A blocked citric acid cycle like this may cause mental and physical exhaustion, like a depleted battery that can't fully recharge. Take a closer look at the vitamins and minerals needed at this enzyme, some B vitamins and magnesium, which we covered in our last video. This clues us to look at their vitamin B1, B2, B3, and magnesium levels and supplement them as needed. You may also notice the toxins mercury, antimony, or arsenic could block this enzyme and require one of our detoxification protocols as needed. Let's look at the top and see what fuels your citric acid cycle. It's the macronutrients, which from lowest to highest preference are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And that's what actually defines the difference between macro and micronutrients. Macros are the fuel to make ATP, and micros are the workers in the factory. And you need both for your power plants to make an optimal amount of ATP energy. Let's start with the least favorite fuel, protein. When we eat protein, it's digested into amino acids and peptides, which are short chains of amino acids. We absorb those into our blood and use them to make enzymes, some hormones, and muscles. Did you know new amino acids replace every muscle fiber in our body every 3 months? That's why we need to eat enough high-quality plant and animal proteins with each meal, and why our citric acid cycle doesn't like using protein to make ATP. Protein should be used to build our muscles. Next, fat burning is very important to your nutrition and weight optimization program. When we sleep, our mitochondria burn off the readily available carbohydrates, so we wake up fat burning every morning, which is great. With a healthy evening routine, we can leverage this natural fat burning. Try intermittent fasting or add some zone 2 training in the morning to further increase your fat burning. Zone 2 is when you're out of breath but can still carry on a conversation, like taking a brisk walk with a friend. The cardiometabolic food plan from our dietitian videos pushes us into a mild ketosis each morning, but this is not a ketogenic diet, which is difficult to maintain long term. Ketogenic diets are restricting carbs and pushing fats to make a lot of ketones. It is healthy for our brains to feed off of ketones intermittently. The favorite fuel of our mitochondria's citric acid cycle is carbohydrates. Complex carbs like fruits and whole grains are great for a slow, steady fuel, like throwing a big log onto the campfire. Simple carbs like glucose burn hot and fast like kindling, which keeps us looking for the next sugar high. When you look at foods to buy, think about whether it's a whole food that we could eat 100 years ago, or is it an ultra-processed food that we manufacture today? Whole foods are like logs of wood, which are good, but as factories process them more and more, they get chopped up into smaller and smaller pieces of kindling, which is bad. My next video is all about glucose, the main building block of carbohydrates. Let's pause and review this video so far, and then finish with exercise. So your body wants to preserve proteins for your muscles instead of using them as fuel. With the right evening routine, you wake up in a fat-burning state, which you can further leverage with a great morning routine. Healthy carbohydrates are key to a slow and steady spin of your citric acid cycle. And Biobi Health will check if high-quality vitamins and minerals are working in your power plants. Finally, exercise is important because your mitochondria power plants work on a supply and demand curve. If you're active, then those muscles build healthier and more numerous mitochondria. If you're sedentary or don't use certain muscles, then those muscles have sluggish and few mitochondria. That's why a sedentary lifestyle is so bad. Your citric acid cycle is stagnant all day. So break up sedentary time with stretching or moving any body part to keep those power plants healthy. Aerobic exercise is the best at spinning the citric acid cycle, and anaerobic or resistance exercise is the best at building muscle mass. So doing a variety of exercises each week is optimal. Thanks for watching this week's video on the citric acid cycle and how it uses food and exercise to power our mitochondrial power plants to give us more ATP energy.